Good morning, students. Okay, so we are starting with chapter number 9, and chapter name is
Reproduction in animals.
very good. So I am reading the book and I am trying to explain you. If you are feeling any difficulty, please let me know. Okay. So, do you recall the processes of digestion, circulation and respiration which you have studied in your previous classes? These processes are essential for the survival of every individual. So, you have learned about some process which are digestion, respiration and circulation. If we are talking about respiration, so that is very essential for life. All living things are breathing. Okay, they are taking oxygen and they are exhaling carbon dioxide. You know it now. In respiration process, all living beings are taking oxygen. That means they are inhaling oxygen and they are exhaling carbon dioxide. Okay, so that is very important process for all human beings, all living things. Just like reproduction is very important for continuation of life. Okay. You have also learnt about the process of reproduction in plants. So in your previous classes, you have also learned about the reproduction in plants. Reproduction, that means giving birth. Okay, production. Okay. Reproduction is essential for the continuation of a species. Imagine what would have happened if organisms had not reproduced. You will realize that reproduction is very important as it ensures the continuation of similar kind of individual generation after generation. So, for generation to generation, if we want to continue the life, okay, so reproduction is must. Okay, reproduction is necessary for the continuation of life process. And if we are talking about the definition of reproduction, then what it will be? Reproduction is a process in which an existing organism is producing a young one of same species. Clear? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. You have already learned in your previous classes about reproduction in plants. In this chapter, we shall learn how reproduction takes place in animals. So in your previous classes, you have studied about reproduction in plants, for which requirements are needed. If we are talking about reproduction, so that means we need parents. So in plants, how they reproduce, what are the essential parts of plant which are participating in reproduction process. So in this chapter, we will focus on the reproduction in animals. What is the topic of chapter? Reproduction in animals. So if we are talking about modes of reproduction, we will continue now. Modes of reproduction. Have you seen the young ones of different animals? Try to name some of the young ones by completing table 9.1 shown in examples at serial number 1 and 5. So you can see table 9.1 in your book. Okay. So I have given you as homework.
Yes, ma'am.
Yesterday I had given now. So have you completed it? Okay, then I will check it. Okay. So the young ones of any species are giving birth. Sorry, an existing animal is giving birth of its young ones. This is the process of reproduction. Okay. You must have seen the young ones of various animals being born. Can you tell how chicks and caterpillars are born? How are kittens and puppies born? Do you think that these young ones looked the same before they were born as they do now? Let us find out. Okay, one thing I am telling you that an existing organism produced young ones of same species. Do you understand what I am saying? Can any dog give birth to a chick? Dog can birth to a chick or not? My question is that if there is a cow, it will give birth to a puppy. No, na? So they will reproduce same species. Okay, just like human beings give birth to human beings. Okay. So, if we are talking about modes of reproduction, so there are two modes of reproduction, asexual and sexual. So, what is the difference between them? I told you yesterday that in asexual reproduction, only one parent can produce young ones. Okay. But if we are talking about sexual reproduction, then we need male and female both as parent. So, what is the sexual reproduction? When male gamete and female gamete fuse with each other. Okay, that means fusion of male and female gametes are known as sexual reproduction. Getting my point? Okay. So now come to the 9.2 topic, sexual reproduction. Try to recall reproduction in plants which you studied in class 7. You will remember that plants that reproduce sexually have male and female reproductive parts. So in plants also asexual and sexual reproduction was going on. Okay. So if we are talking about sexual reproduction in plants, so there were some male parts of that plant and some female parts of that plant. Okay. And they were participating in the reproduction and they were performing sexual reproduction in plants. In animals also males, and so can you name these parts? So these that is the homework for you. That is the homework for you. Which part of plant are participating in sexual reproduction? Which parts of plants? Write down in your notebook which parts of plants are participating in your in sexual reproduction. Okay, let's continue. In animals also males and females have different reproductive parts or organs. Like plants, the reproductive parts in animals also produce gametes that fuse to form a zygote. So just like plants, when male and female gametes are fusing, when they are fusing, they are forming zygote. What they are forming? Zygote. Okay. It is the zygote which develops into a new individual. This type of reproduction beginning from the fusion of male and female gamete is called sexual reproduction. So in sexual reproduction, male and female gametes are fusing and they are forming zygote, and after that zygote converts into an individual and in as a young ones. Let us find out the reproductive parts in humans and study the process of reproduction in them. So if we are talking about reproduction in animals, so we will focus on reproduction in humans. So which are the reproductive part of humans and how they are participating in reproduction process. So for sexual reproduction we need male reproductive parts, which are also known as male reproductive organs. Okay, and we also need female reproductive organs. If we are talking about sexual reproduction, that means male and female both reproductive organs needed. Male reproductive organs produce male gametes which are sperms. Okay, and female reproductive organs produce female gamete which is known as egg. Okay, so in sexual reproduction, who are needed? Male and female, and both have reproductive organs. If we are talking about reproductive organs, then male reproductive organs produce male gametes and female reproductive organs produce female gametes. Male gametes are known as sperms and female gametes are known as egg. And when sperm and zygote both combine, sperm and egg both combine, they form zygote. And this zygote converts into a young ones and individual. So this was the process of sexual reproduction in humans, in animals. What was going on? Male and female reproductive organs are producing male and female gametes, which are sperms and ova. That is also known as egg. When sperms and egg combine, they form zygote, and ultimately this zygote changes into a new baby, a new individual, or a new gamete. Completed. So we will study these male reproductive organs and female reproductive organs in detail also. The male reproductive organs include a pair of testes, two sperm ducts and a penis. The testes produce the male gametes called sperms. Millions of sperms are produced by the testes. So you can see the figure 9.2. So this figure is the male reproductive organs in humans. And figure 9.2 is introducing the figure of human sperm, which has head, middle, base and tail. Okay? And if we are talking about female reproductive organs, so I told you study that in female reproductive organ also there are three important parts, which are a pair of ovaries, oviducts, which are also known as fallopian tubes, and the uterus. The ovary produces female gametes. So from where female gametes are coming, ovary produces female gametes, which are known as ova or eggs. In human being, a single matured egg is released into the oviduct by one of the ovaries every month. Uterus is the part where development of the baby takes place. Like the sperm and egg is also a single cell. So student, today what we have learned about reproduction, we have learned about modes of reproduction, we have learned about we have learned about sexual and asexual reproduction, we have learned about male reproductive organs and female reproductive organs, we also learned about male gametes and female gametes, we also learned about the zygote, that what is the zygote, and we have learned about sperms and ova also. So now next topic is fertilization. So we will continue it in our next class. Till then, be careful. Thank you.